Welcome back to What RT Noobs with General Disturbance, and you are looking at a T92 HMC, the Tier 10 American SPG, and this one is being commanded by Captain Ashstorm. Now, he's a member of What RT Noobs. He's also one of the admins, so he's been a member for some time, and he's also quite familiar with this machine because he's got a mark of excellence. So let's see how he gets on. And battle has commenced, and he's headed south. Let's see which spot he picks to fire from. Now, as you probably know, the T92 was also known as King Kong for it's so big, and it actually had a 24-centimeter gun. Incredible gun, and a huge crew, not only to feed and aim the gun, but also to set it up and ready for firing. So a massive spade at the rear for digging in for recoil. Okay, and Captain Ashstorm has extended his aim, and he's looking at his targets in the usual place where the heavy's turned up. Okay, that's normally in these rocks around about E6, E5, and he's fired around in there, and my gum, he's actually managed to hit most of the enemy team who happen to be hiding behind that rock. He's got an Object 140 and a Batchat 25T for sizable damage on a shot that was just over the top of the rock. Now, I don't think you can actually expect to kill them, but by gum, to actually do that much damage with his first shot, it's pretty good. Okay, he's looking at a Jagdpanzer E100, Jaegeru, a Death Star. Well, it's not a Death Star actually, no, because that's the heavy tank, this one. It's the 215B, and we've got a Type 5 heavy as well. Now, which target is Captain Ashstorm going to go for? He's going for the Jaegeru. Big surprise, and a direct hit. 320 hit points, 2 critical hits on that, and 2 critical hits on the FB215B as well with Splash. And he stunned both of them for a considerable period of time. Now, I think his attention's been drawn to the fact there's a T110E3 tank destroyer sitting over in the corner of the map behind the bushes. It's been spotted, but he's firing at the members of Captain Ashstorm's team, so I think Captain Ashstorm is going to fire a shell back to see what happens. And I doubt that E3 is going to move, because he's probably quite happy in his nest, and he may be about to get a nasty surprise. Rounds out. Ooh, no, there was an explosion, so it didn't hit the target directly, but it probably splashed the target. It did seem to overshoot a little. Okay, he's indicating he's going after the Jagdpanzer E100. And it's appearing in chat, and he's also mentioned how long he's got for his reload. It's about 2/3 of the way through the reload cycle, but his attention's now been drawn to that Type 5 heavy, which is pushing forward. It's got about 2/3 of its hit points left, and the tanks on Captain Ashstorm's team have been hit by arty, and one of them's been taken out. So he's now going after the Jagdpanzer E100. It was a splash hit for 348, 3 critical hits, so it's tracked the Jagdpanzer, and the Type 5 heavy came up to try and support his tank destroyer teammate. In the meantime, the enemy seems to be making good ground on the center rock, the center the temple area, and it's unfortunate because he's only got a few tanks to defend that area. There's a T62 and T57 heavy making their way through, and there's he's only got a Leopard and T62 to defend, and a FOC-B as well. Okay, he's aiming at the T62, lines up a shot, rounds out, direct hits, 1,393 hit points, and a stunning big stun. And that T62A did not last long. He's been taken out, but there's that T57 heavy, the autoloader. He needs to get a shell into that. It's only got half its health left, but it's a dangerous autoloader. And they're down 3 tanks at the moment, so they're losing tanks. He's about almost completed on his load cycle. He needs to get a shell into that T57 heavy to help his teammates. It has been stunned, that T57, but he's putting a round in, rounds out, and he kills it! Or did he? No, I don't think he did kill it. The T92A got there before he did. So the round did hit, but I think the enemy had gone down before his shell arrived, so he didn't get any reward for that. He was bang on target though. But it looks like the enemy's broken through the heavy area and they're approaching the cap, so he's had to relocate and pull around to the other side. There's an Object 140, the Type 5 Heavy, and the FV215B, and they're making their way towards the tanks or his teammates up in the northwest corner. So he needs to put some support in. He's splashed that T110E3, the one he hit or tried to hit earlier in the game. It's a bit difficult for him to hit the Type 5 Heavy and the FOC 155, but let's see which target it's going to go for. I think it's probably going to be the E3 again. Oh no, he's going to have he's having a look at that 215B, but it's a difficult shot. Now he can hit the Type 5, but it hasn't got that much in the way of hit points left. The 215B makes a much more juicy target. Unfortunately, he's lost his teammate there as well, so he's going to lose sight of that 215 in a short while. He gets a lovely hit in there for 530 hit points and 3 critical hits. But he's going to have to relocate because that 215B knows where he is now. So he needs to get out of there and quickly, and he might have to deal with that Type 5 Heavy. They're down to just 2 tanks now. Tank Destroyer, the Jagdpanzer E100 on his team, up the other end of the map, up the north end of the map, and him. And he might have to shotgun some of the enemy if they get too close. Right, there's the E100 on the enemy team, the Jaeger. Okay, but there's that E3 has got even closer. Oh, it's going to be a snapshot. Rounds out, and it overshot. It was so hastily aimed, it overshot the E3. It didn't go directly. And now that Type 5 Heavy is trying to make its way up behind the Jaeger on his team. Oh, and he's been taken out by the Object 261 and the T92 on the enemy team. He's been counter-batteried. Oh dear, and that's the end of the battle. The enemy has won. They managed to take out the Jaeger on his team. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And he managed to pick up a Bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations. He managed to get a Gore's medal for scoring at least 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle in damage. And he managed to get 13 hits in total, or 13 critical hits, and damage of 4,189 hit points. Look at the team score. He did the most damage on his team, but he didn't get the most kills. In fact, he actually didn't score any kills at all. But when we look at XP, he came 4th with 314 base XP. He fired 9 rounds, 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 6 splash, 4,189 damage, which is a very decent amount. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration, and 1 hit as a result of splash. And he damaged 8 of the enemy but didn't kill any. He also did 182 of stun assist and 10 stuns in total. On a premium account, he earned 47,625 credits. He also got an additional 7,200 credits for getting the Epic medal, the Gore's medal. And total earnings were 54,825 credits. But after the deductions for auto repair and for ammunition, he only takes away 1,276 credits. Ammunition is quite expensive for the T92. He also received 471 base experience points on a premium account, but he also received 303 experience points because he won the Gore's medal, the Epic achievement. So he takes away 774 experience points in total. So an honourable defeat, as Captain Ashstorm mentioned, but it was a defeat nonetheless. So better luck next time. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next replay.